महासचिव र अन्य अतिथिहरू, सबै उपस्थित पत्रकार साथीहरू, मेरो निमन्त्रणामा संयुक्त राष्ट्रसङ्घका महासचिवको 4 दिने नेपाल भ्रमण आजदेखि औपचारिक रूपमा अगाडि बढेको छ र भर्खरै परराष्ट्र मन्त्रालयमा, रक्षा मन्त्रालयमा रक्षा मन्त्री र परराष्ट्र मन्त्रीसँग कुरा गरेपछि प्रधानमन्त्रीमा को लेभलमा अहिले भर्खरै बडो सौहार्दपूर्ण वातावरणमा द्विपक्षीय हितका र अहिलेका राष्ट्रिय र अन्तर्राष्ट्रिय महत्त्वका विषयमा विश्वासका साथ हामीले छलफल गऱ्यौँ। मुख्य रूपमा हाम्रो क्लाइमेट चेन्ज, मौसम परिवर्तनसँग सम्बन्धित विषयमा हामीले गम्भीर रूपले चर्चा गऱ्यौँ र नेपालमा त्यसको जो परिणाम चाहिँ नकारात्मक परिणाम छ त्यसलाई कम गर्नको लागि अन्तर्राष्ट्रिय समुदाय, मुख्यतः संयुक्त राष्ट्रसङ्घको महासचिवको हैसियतले उहाँले खेलेको भूमिकाको हामीले उच्च प्रशंसा गऱ्यौँ र आउने दिनमा अझ ठुलो सहयोगको अपेक्षा हामीले गऱ्यौँ। त्यसै गरी नेपालको शान्ति प्रक्रिया, यो ट्रान्जिसनल जस्टिस अन्तर्गत जो अन्तिम चरणमा छ, त्यसलाई टुङ्गोमा पुर्याउन पनि अन्तर्राष्ट्रिय समुदाय र संयुक्त राष्ट्रसङ्घको महासचिवको हैसियतले उहाँको महत्त्वपूर्ण भूमिका हुने कुरा पनि हामीले गऱ्यौँ। त्यसै गरी नेपालको आर्थिक विकास र समृद्धिको बारेमा अनि हामी एलडिसीबाट ग्रेजुएट हुँदैछौँ हामी 26मा, त्यो प्रक्रियालाई सहज बनाउन र एसडिजी यो चाहिँ 2030सम्म हामी जो चाहिँ लक्ष्य राखेका छौँ त्यसको स्मुथ ट्रान्जिसनको लागि पनि हाम्रो बिचमा असाध्य सकारात्मक छलफल भयो। मैले निकै खुसी पनि व्यक्त गरेँ, सन्तुष्टि पनि कि महासचिव, संयुक्त राष्ट्रसङ्घको महासचिवलाई नेपालको राजनीतिक उतार चढाव बारे पनि सबै कुरा थाहा छ पहिले नै, नेपालको शान्ति प्रक्रियाको बारेमा, नेपालको मौसम परिवर्तन क्लाइमेट चेन्जको असरको बारेमा पनि उहाँलाई सबै कुरा थाहा छ। धेरै भन्नै नपर्ने गरी उहाँले नै नेपालको हितमा र अनि नेपालले शान्ति सेनाको रूपमा विश्व शान्तिको निम्ति खेलेको भूमिका, नेपाली सेना, नेपालको पुलिसले उहाँले मुक्त कण्ठले प्रशंसा गर्नुभयो। हामीले पनि त्यसमा त्यो हामीले गरेको योगदान अनुसार फिल्डमा पनि र हेडक्वार्टरमा पनि त्यसको उचित सम्मान होस् भन्ने कुरा पनि हामीले राख्यौँ र निकै नै सौहार्दपूर्ण र विश्वासको वातावरणमा हाम्रा कुरा भए र आउने दिनमा यो भ्रमणपछि राष्ट्रसङ्घ र नेपालको बिचमा र अन्तर्राष्ट्रिय समुदायसँग हाम्रो सम्बन्धलाई सहजीकरण गर्न पनि महत्त्वपूर्ण भूमिका खेल्ने विश्वास हामीले व्यक्त गरेका छौँ। थ्याङ्क यू।
It is a great pleasure to be back in beautiful Nepal. The Prime Minister and I have just had a very productive meeting, and I thank him for his wonderful hospitality. Indeed, the warm welcome I received in Nepal is something I will never forget. We are living in difficult and tense times. I know that even though the conflict in the Middle East is thousands of miles away, it has hit very close to home for the people of Nepal. I extend my deepest condolences to the families of the 10 Nepalese students killed in the terror attacks by Hamas in Israel on 7 October, and my best wishes for the safe return of Mr. Bipin Joshi, who is missing. I have just arrived here from Qatar, and I will continue to insist on the immediate and unconditional release of all the hostages in Gaza. And I repeat my utter condemnation of the appalling attacks perpetrated by Hamas. There is no justification ever for the killing, injuring, and abduction of civilians. The situation in Gaza is growing more desperate by the hour. I regret that instead of a critically needed humanitarian pause Supported by the international community, Israel has intensified its military operations. The number of civilians who have been killed and injured is totally unacceptable. All parties must respect their obligations under international humanitarian law. That law emerged from the tragedy and awful experiences of war. I've always been consistent in my call for strict compliance of the well-established principles and rule of international humanitarian law. The protection of civilians is paramount. The laws of war establish clear rules to protect human life and respect humanitarian concerns. Those laws cannot be contorted for the sake of expedience. The world is witnessing a humanitarian catastrophe taking place before our eyes. More than 2 million people with nowhere safe to go are being denied the essentials for life: food, water, shelter, and medical care, while being subjected to relentless bombardment. I urge all those with responsibility to step back from the brink. And I reiterate my appeal for an immediate humanitarian ceasefire, the unconditional release of all hostages, and the delivery of a sustained humanitarian relief at a scale that meets the needs of the people of Gaza. We must join forces to end this nightmare for the people of Gaza, Israel, and all those affected around the world, including here in Nepal. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here in Kathmandu to strengthen the deep friendship and cooperation between Nepal and the United Nations. Nepal has a long and proud tradition of championing peace and multilateralism. And the United Nations is hugely grateful to Nepal for your support for multilateral solutions, backed up by the enormous contribution you make to peacekeeping missions around the world. Nepal progress over the past 20 years has been astonishing. You have become a republic, established peace, and surround yourselves behind the Sustainable Development Goals and climate action. And there is more to come. The next few years will be decisive as Nepal prepares to graduate from least developed country status and as it embarks on the final stages of the peace process with transitional justice. Transitional justice must help to bring peace to victims, families, and communities. And the United Nations stands ready to support Nepal to develop a process that meets international standards, the Supreme Court's rulings, and the needs of victims, and to put it into practice. Nepal is also caught in a blizzard of global crises not of its making. The aftermath of the COVID-19 pandemic, inflation caused by the international economic situation, and the enormous threat posed by climate chaos. Much more international action is needed. Developed countries must step up to support sustainable development and help developing economies, including Nepal, to tackle the climate crisis. On this trip, I will visit the Himalayas to see for myself the terrible impact of the climate crisis on the glaciers. The situation is dire and it is accelerating. Nepal has lost close to a third of its ice in just over 30 years, and glaciers are melting at record rates. The impact on communities is devastating, and I will meet local people in the Himalayas to hear directly from them about how they are affected. I will travel to Pokhara and to Lumbini to reflect on the Lord Buddha's teachings of peace and non-violence, which are more relevant than ever in our deeply troubled world. And I want to explore how the United Nations and Nepal can work together even more to solve problems, boost prospects, and improve international support. Because Nepal is a friend of the world, and so the world must be a better friend to Nepal. Working together, we can make that a reality, and I thank you.
Thank you.